So just close your eyes. Start focusing on your breath, going in through your nose, down your throat, passing your lungs, into the belly, slowly exhaling, traveling back up your torso, your chakra system, out the mouth. Coming back in through the nose, nice and slow. And your consciousness is like a leaf on the wind. And you're going to breathe out. It's almost like you're on a boat, on a stream, but you're a leaf on the air, breathing in. Right down past the belly button to the root chakra. And now the leaf is going right up the chakra system and exhaling through the mouth. And one more time. Quiet the mind. Make the intention to go into the heart. Okay, so we're going to set our intention today is that we're wanting more magic. So we're wanting more to see magic, to feel magic, and to be able to use our gifted magic all in a positive way. Breathe into that intention and seed that in your belly. Imagine soil in the bottom of your belly and this magical intention as a seed, and dig a little hole within the soil and drop it in the soil, cover it up, and imagine that you're going to water that soil and just patiently waiting for this seed to sprout. And it starts to poke out of the wet soil. And just like Jack in the Beanstalk, it's going to start growing quite quickly up your chakra system and right up past the third eye and outside of the crown chakra, and even farther, hitting the soul star chakra, and now branching out into the cosmos. And then back in the belly, you can see the roots of this magical intention going right down into Gaia, reaching the core of Gaia. And so this is the 4-4 portal. And we're going to ask for benevolent, divine, archangels, ascended masters, light beings, 5D and above, to connect with us during this 4-4 portal, bring us insight into this coming phase, this new start of the zodiac of 2026. Breathing in, breathing out. Just sit here calmly for a moment, and I'm just going to see what's wanting to connect the most with us. I see a very ice blue frequency and it's quite far away in the cosmos, so we're going to invite that in. It's going to come right towards your third eye chakra. And so if you could imagine a unicorn horn going out very far in the cosmos, that's this light, light blue light frequency. We're just going to allow that to come closer. It's very high frequency. We're going to allow that to come into our unicorn horn and right into the pineal gland within the mind. Allow it like a vortex to start spinning within the mind. This is a counterclockwise motion, clockwise. And breathing in to relax the body, shoulders down on the exhale. Regulate your breathing, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the nervous system, allowing that vortex to continue, this ice blue color to continue within the mind. Dos, tú. Oshura shukutai sataush. Desucha katanamo shatia koto tata katakoto tat shatutarisi ush at it ot. Desototota ash at. Do shakato koto kotarama shakia koto tariasuto tariasito do wara shakata koto kotarama shakia koto tariasata. Just go back to watching the vortex with your pineal gland just slowly spinning counterclockwise. I want you to bring a bright ice blue light right in the center of that vortex. Very bright. You can have it like a diamond shape, the shape of a diamond, not an actual diamond, like a point at the top, a point at the bottom, and shorter points on the side. And this is just slowly spinning clockwise. We're just going to speed this motion up. And during the next toning, it's going to go from speeding up counterclockwise to spinning another mirrored version in clockwise position. So you'll start to see almost like a Merkaba, but in a diamond shape, and one of the diamonds that is spinning clockwise is going to start going like a clock, going 1, 2, 3 o'clock, and while it's at 3 o'clock, it's also at 9 o'clock, and it's going to go all the way around that way clockwise. どうしなまかていることをたらやさた。And I just saw I had to do it twice because I didn't have enough air for this second diamond to go around the clock, and so we did it again, and it went around the clock, and it said something like mission complete, which is, I always like little cute sayings. Boshina makatiro koto tarezeka to kotara bashiato tarezeka asha koto tarabashakiato tarezeka tito koto tarebashina makoto. So inside this frequency, there's almost like a flight attendant where there's a navigation and a course of action that is coming through. And it's in a way that is very generic. And so there's nothing really that I can translate except for that through the tones, through the frequency, you might even want to tone for yourself later, and just bring in a tone that just comes out naturally, go into a meditative state, and then just sometimes I feel like I'm going to do a high tone and it comes out much lower, or vice versa, and through that toning allow your key code navigation to be delivered to your pineal gland. And then your intuition while it's happening, while you're toning, focus upon that as well. You can focus on the pineal gland or any indicators or feelings that you're feeling on a personal level. And so we're going to bring in a tone. So sometimes it's good just to hum a little if you don't want to tone. Doshina makatiro kototara shakataka moshaki atuta esakata ushakata kata moshaki esakotota asata asa at ut desakotota asakatokota asa at it ot ash at it at ot ash. I want you to picture, imagine silver diamonds sparkling within the body, all through the nervous system, all through the tissues, inside the blood, traveling through the body, going through the heart, entering at different areas. See these sparkles within the organs. See these sparkles around the pineal gland, inside the brain, inside your senses, your smell, your hearing, your eyes, your taste, and sparkling on your skin, just like twilight vampires. Just imagine that beautiful sparkle going all around. This is a deeper silver in color though, and so just allow the whole body to start sparkling. Doshina makatiro kotota, eshata, esakotota, esakotota, pasheakata, tea soto, ashata, esakotota, esakato. So that they're speaking of a cat. So if you ever been with a cat and you place your hand above their fur, they can feel it. And so a lot of these sparkles that are coming in are going to activate and highlight different senses. Ash at it ot. So we learn this in Disney, old movies like Cinderella and things like that, but you need to believe in order for that magic to become real. You need to invite senses. So a lot of us have certain senses activated: clairvoyancy, clairaudience, sense of smell, sense of taste. So there may be one. Touch is another. There may be one that you're wanting to more so focus on. If it's seeing through your real eyes or hearing through your real ears, that of magic as well. So you can choose a point of focus at this time. And think of what gives you the most joy. If you're clairvoyant, maybe you want that to be more vivid and you'd like to see more magic with your real eyes. If you enjoy smells or tastes, and maybe with COVID, I heard a lot of people lost their sense of smell and their sense of taste. Great opportunity to make that intention that you're wanting that amplified in your life again, or you're wanting that to be your key focus of enlightenment within the senses. And so think of something that you're wanting now. Ushakotototare soto ash at it ut. Doshanama kotota ash at ut. And bring this tone into your auric field around your body, just like the kitty cat hairs. I'm just going to see if we can get a collective message. That transmission's done. So we're just going to look for a frequency. I see a bright yellow frequency. We're going to tap into that one. So this one's coming down in a spiral motion. And it's just starting to spiral around your body. It's a thin ribbon frequency. Spiraling down from the crown all the way down to the feet. And it's got a lot of joy in there. So you have elemental here. Doshina makatito koto ashata esa kotota es at ot ot ash at it it. Monama 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 manimi. No 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 mama 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 ni mama 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 ni mama 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 ni mama mama me 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 mama 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 me 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 mama me mama me mama 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 me mama na no 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 me ni me no 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 ma now shina makatito koto na ma shatito at ud. So it's very spring. It's all about nurturement. I saw cow energy, but more so milking of the cow, like nourishment, a lot of spring energy of like seeding seeds, but also babies and birth and blessings. Very much the milk. I can't remember if it's the pineal gland or the pituitary, but it secretes a milk and honey like substance, and this is focused upon the milk. So I just got brought into Easter, but not the religious sense, more of the bunny rabbits and the eggs. It's very much birth and blessings and babies and eggs hatching, and the bunnies are also babies. And I think it was last week or the week before we saw bunnies, little babies all over the earth as well. No, 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 no. Boshina makatira kotota, esa kotota, esa kata, mesa kota, esa kachito koto no moshaki atuta. Oh, mimo, 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 mama, mimo, mama, nina, no, 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 ni mama, mimo, 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 no, 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 no. Doshina makatira kotota, rebeshina makata, esa kotota, esa kotokota namashaki. So there's talking about seeds that you've sown, and those popping up to the surface of the grass. And the grass is also a symbology. So you'll want to look up the spiritual meaning of grass. Of milk, of udders. the actual udders of a cow. You could look up the cow. Bunnies and eggs, the symbology. I know this type of Easter is from more ancient. What is it called? Ostra. We celebrate it during Easter. It's a pagan. Pretty much Christians call any other religion pagan, so it's not really a pagan religion. It's Ostra something. I can't quite remember right now. And so you'll want to look up the history of that Easter. The rabbits, the eggs, things like that. The green grass, very, very vivid colors, pastels, and yet very vivid. Very joy, seek and find. It's almost like when you plant your seeds in the garden and they start to come up to the surface. It's quite an exciting time. This is very much in this message from the elementals, is that this is a very exciting time for the seeds that you have sown. What are they going to look like? If you plant some flowers, you don't know what the seeds were, you just kind of random flowers, you can get that in a package. It kind of looks like that, where you're starting to see it come into fruition. The gestational period, there's time for sowing seeds right now, but there's also a time of harvest right now, where you're starting to see 9 months ago what you sowed back then coming into the light right now. It's constantly a motion of this. If I was milking a cow with my hands, it's like that motion of milking a cow. So you might want to look that up as well. No, yamani, mekaton no nanumani, no nanganum, manama, no manama, no manama, no nama, no manumani, me, no, 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 The elementals are really funny to channel because they sound really funny, but they also, the way they speak is so cryptic in a lot of ways, and yet there's so much excitement, and sometimes they get really excitement when big change is happening. And so if you're not excited about big change, the excitement can feel different within an individual level. And so there is great excitement that is coming in. Now, they did come down in a joy frequency, and they often do have the energy of joy within them. But there is something of enchantment and yeah, for sure, magic would be here, but also the birthing and the uttering, the uttering. I wonder if it is literally the uttering of Boshinamakati Rokotota Bashinamakata. Esakotota, Esakotota, Boshinamakati Rokotota, Esatatana Moshatira Kotota Mashata. Utterings of blessings. Boshinamakati Rokotota Esata. I'm just getting their interpretation of what a blessing is. Boshinamakati Rokotota Mashata, Basanamashata. They're showing the sun, which is a very abundant symbol. The sun is shining behind them. That's a really good symbology for me to translate. So to receive abundance, the frequency of joy is being highlighted. April, this specifically in April. Seek that of joy, which with that message there is that, it might be, how do I word that? Might be complicated. There may be things going on in your life that seeking joy doesn't feel easy, and yet it's necessary. It's a necessity. You can be sad, you can be depressed, you can always seek joy. And they made a joke, like take the sadness and depression with you while you seek joy. There's no reason why you can't be in the frequency of joy and be going through lower density vibrations as well. So the sun is shining upon you. A lot of symbology. April, the month keeps being shown. The sun is shining upon you, and yet you are blocking that sunlight from reaching your dreams and your vision. And I said, how do we get the sun to reach our dreams and our visions? And it said, step out of the way. So we are blocking our own way of the abundance and the blessings. And so whatever the cloud is that is upon you or around you, simply remove it. Don't rain on your own parade. Everything can be in the frequency of joy. Car breaks down, frequency of joy. Even showing like burning food for dinner and getting a frozen pizza. Everything can be translated into something else. And with that symbology, it's like a child. Maybe you're cooking like a really healthy meal. Suddenly it burns. And it's like, oh, I guess we're having pizza today. And, you know, you spent an hour cooking that meal. And the kids are like, yeah, yeah. And you're just like, oh my gosh, why don't I just make frozen pizza every night, you know, to make that joy. But that's kind of what they're bringing in right now, is that innocence of simplicity, that innocence of seeing the blessing within challenges within the life during this month of April. I know that we have Uranus going into Gemini on the 26th, and so this transition till then is going to be quite a shadowy feeling. We're going to have bouts of energy and bouts of tiredness and just a long it's been a long 7-8 years with Uranus in Taurus, and so we have this conclusionary time in April, and yet it's the beginning of the zodiac. We need to focus upon the beginning of the zodiac, the beginning of the blessings. So that seed just starting to come out of the soil, focus upon that intently. Wow, what is this flower going to look like? What is the seed of intention that I seeded going to turn into? And get the magic and the wonder and the innocence and that whimsical energy focused upon what you have created, what you have set into the soil. And allow the transition of Uranus to enter Gemini, and feel that at the end of the month there's going to be like, I can feel my shoulders now, they're relaxing them, and it just like, it feels like there's a ramp up, and then by the end of the month there's like a ramp down, and it feels really, really good. And so the message for today is seek joy in every moment. Laugh at the troubles of life if they enter your life. This is not, don't bring troubles into your life. Only if you trip and fall. Just get back up, dust yourself off, and laugh about it. Wow, that was crazy that just happened, and see the magic in it. Believe that there's magic and you will see it. and they leave you in gratitude. Just breathe into your body. And so I just yawned. And so when I yawn, that means that a lot of energy just went through my body. And so for some of you, you're going to have that as well. Sometimes certain times on your journey, certain key codes that come in, they affect different people. Sometimes I'll go right into a purge. Other times I'm completely unaffected. And so just know that whatever your body's going through, if you feel tired, just take a nap. If you feel thirsty, drink some water. It's always good to bless water after a session, and then just give that water to the body, because the body's the one that integrates. Doshinamaki as ot ash at ot. And so start to move your body. You can stretch, move your fingers, your legs, your spine especially. It's always good to move around. And have a wonderful Easter.